I am going to the top of the mountain. I will save me from this water. When he starts seeing the water coming down, you see the water to the knee, and the water is coming from this. People run away to the mountains, going to the high. He says, سَآوِي إِلَى جَبَلٍ يَعْصِمُنِي مِنَ الْمَاءِ قَالَ لَا عَاصِمَ الْيَوْمَ مِنْ أَمْرِ اللَّهِ. Oh my son, there is no protection from the decree of Allah. Allah has decreed, he's going to drown. Come, and فَحَالَ بَيْنَهُمَ الْمَوْجِ. I went to look at the word, and there is a wave that make his son disappear from his eyes. The wave took him, swallowed his son. He was looking like this. Well, even the Quran, it shows you that imagination. That's like a picture, like you watch a movie. When you have the language, you look at فَحَالَ بَيْنَهُمَ الْمَوْجِ. You see it. His son was like this in the mountain. He said, "Irkab ma'ana, wa la takun min al-zalimin." Don't be from the kafirin, from this people. Stay with your father. Stay with your righteous people. Come, embark, and you save. He says, "Sa'awi ila jabal." I'm going to go to the. He said, "La asim al-yawma." فَحَالَ بَيْنَهُمَ الْمَوْجِ. There is a wave that makes his son does not see the father. The father cannot. And then he says, "Ya abati inna." When everything is gone, Noor alayhi salam still asking, "Ya Allah, my son is from my family, and you told me my family." He says, "Innahu amalun ghayru salih." He's not your family. This is a disbelief, and do not ask me, ya Noor, about these people. And the ulama, they say, I close with this. They say, if the qaraba means what? The relationship between two people will benefit anybody. In the day of judgment, Noor will benefit his son. You know what I'm saying? The Prophet Muhammad will not benefit no one on the day of judgment if he is disbeliever. You can benefit in the dunya. So that's why the ulama, لو كانت قرابة تنفع أحدا يوم القيامة لنفع نوح ابنه. Nobody will benefit nobody on the day. If there is anyone will benefit anybody, Ibrahim alayhi salam, his son, Ibrahim, his father, he will see him going to the hellfire. And he says, "Oh my Lord, my father, I saw him, now he's going to the hellfire." Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will cause him to become something so little insignificant, and he throw him onto the hellfire and then disappears. So may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make us. There is many stories about this, many benefit from this that anybody you can guide, but you cannot guide this. There is a guidance, two different guidance. The guidance that you talk to people, you can talk to your own children, you may not benefit them. Benefit your own self. Study your own self. Seek forgiveness your own self. Preach the best you can. Don't despair. Be persistent. Be constant, like Nuh alayhi salam. And this story, by the way, it was mentioned to the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam when he was denied by Quraysh. And for all the people who will call to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, as if Allah is telling them, it's not your job, do the best, convey the message. And if somebody wants the guidance, eventually Allah will give it to you. But the people refuse. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us the ability to understand the message of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala through the Quran and the Sunnah. Allahumma اغفر لنا ذنوبنا وإسرافنا في أمرنا اللهم آت نفوسنا تقواها وزكها أنت خير من زكاها. You want one more thing? You don't want to go? I learned one thing from story of Noor. And I close with this because I saw you still sitting. Okay, we can still hear till Fajr. No, I'm just saying, I give you one thing which is amazing. I learned this, I'm saying, subhanallah. Why a disbeliever only disbelieve in Allah? How long? You sleep 8 hours. So you are neutral. And if you calculate, Allah will not judge you until you get the age of puberty, which is 15 years old. So if you calculate the time that you disobey Allah, it's like 20 years. 15 years. Maybe some people will disbelieve in Allah, disbelieve maybe 10, 15 years. Okay? Or associate partners with Allah, maybe 10 years, maybe 1 year, and they die as disbelievers. Why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will put people in the hellfire for eternity? Isn't it injustice? Allah will put them. If somebody, إِنَّ اللَّهَ لَا يَغْفِرُ أَن يُشْرَكَ بِهِ وَيَغْفِرُ مَا دُونَ ذَلِكَ لِمَن يَشَاءُ. Allah does not forgive no one who associate partners with Him on the Day of Judgment. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He says, I can forgive anybody after that. Anything. Somebody comes with alcohol, comes with gambling, yeah, that's negotiable with Allah. But something that is not negotiable, it's straight to do. إِنَّهُ مَنْ يُشْرِكْ بِاللَّهِ فَقَدْ, look at the ayah, فَقَدْ حَرَّمَ اللَّهُ عَلَيْهِ al-Jannah. Whomever associate partners with Allah, Allah will make Jannah forbidden for him. Associate partner. Maybe you associate computer, maybe your boss, maybe you fear somebody beyond the regular fear. That's also associated partner. But you gotta study the shirk. I'm learning the shirk sometime to stay away from it. But anyway, why? I'm coming. Why someone disbelieve on Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala this and he will go eternity in life?
Because Allah knows. He will never accept Allah knows.
He will never.
He will never accept.
Yes, subhanAllah, yes, true. The reason why, the ulama, they say, this disbeliever, he has an intention to, if I live 100,000 years, I will disobey Allah. This is his intention. Because if he does not have this intention, Allah could guide him. If he says, you know what, I don't know, and Allah will eventually find a way for you to. But the problem is not about this, about the intention. If somebody does something haram, he has the convention and I was telling my son the other day, I was explaining the same concept. The disbeliever disbelieve in Allah 10 years, but actually he has the intention to disbelieve in Allah as long as I live. And we can see this in the story of Noor. 950 years, nothing happened. And Allah says, no one will believe. Their intention, if you stay with them, ya Noor, 10,000 years, you're going to have the same thing, 80 people. This is what happened. The same thing, why you worship Allah, this 2 rak'ah you do, 10 years, 15 years, you believe in La ilaha illallah. It's a small thing, but it's a big thing. It's not, it's amazing. La ilaha illallah. And you worship Allah, you go to Hajj, you spend money, you give a charity, you build the masjid, you spend, if they calculate something, you get to Jannah. Why? Why? This is so big. Ya Allah, you know they say if Allah take you now and show you Jannah, you die. Because the beauty of it. Allah will only in the day of judgment will give you the ability to stay alive. Because death will be death, died. Ya maut muti. That's why when you see Jannah, you don't die from happiness. Otherwise, so why you gonna get all this beautiful Jannah that is amazing, arduha samawat wal ard, that you cannot even imagine. One day we can talk about what is in Jannah, your brain cannot imagine. Why you only worship Allah maybe one day? Maybe you say it's the same thing, you have the intention. And I was telling my son the other, I said, would you pray if you live 20,000 years? Would you miss the prayer? No. I'm still going to be the same person. Inshallah, inshallah. And we say inshallah. So the intention is amazing. So, jazakallah khair. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.